Welcome, I'm the Kaiju no Kami, and this is a quickie review of Kubo and the Two Strings. Kubo is a story about a kid named Kubo, who is being hidden away by his mother to keep him away from his grandpa because his grandpa wants to steal his other eye. Yes, you heard that right. His grandpa took out his left eye when he was a kid and wants to get him to take out his right eye so that he can live up in the heavens with him. The plot is a take on Japanese mythology and it is done really well. The characters are so enjoyable to watch. The villains are pretty awesome. They feel like a threat to these characters, and that is how it should be. A lot of times you get a movie like this and the villains can kind of just feel like they're childish and that they're not really taking this seriously. Here, they are dead serious on what they want. So something happens and Kubo ends up being found by his grandfather, and the story progresses as they're searching for legendary armor, and Kubo ends up being teamed up with a monkey who he called Mr. Monkey. And then there's Beetle Samurai who has no memory of who he is, so I'll just call him Beetle. Now, one interesting aspect about this is Kubo never met his father. His father is dead for all he knows. So seeing how Kubo reacts with the Beetle, this little origami samurai, and Mr. Monkey is really well done. It really does give this family bond, especially when Mr. Monkey and the Beetle start arguing with each other like parents would. It is pretty cool, although there are a little bit of predictable twists that occur throughout the movie. Nothing too bad, because the overall enjoyment is still there, because the characters are so likable. They grasp you. It really pulls on those heartstrings. Oh, and there are consequences for people's actions in this movie, and that was nice to see. People will die in this thing. There is no and, ifs, or buts about it. People die, and that's great, because a lot of times it feels like there are movies that try to shy away from that. Big Hero 6 did a great job when it killed off the main character's brother, but they said he was destroyed instead of being realistic with it. Here, they keep it realistic. Now, being it is an animated feature, I need to talk about the animation. Laika, who has done the likes of Coraline and Paranorman in the past, have truly outdone themselves with this movie. Just the little origami things that occur on screen, especially towards the beginning, when Kubo does his little story, are so well done and beautiful to look at. Especially the fire-breathing chicken. There is so much detail that had to go into that it is just outstanding. In some ways, I'm kind of saddened that this will probably lose out to Zootopia at the Oscars. I love Zootopia, but it's kind of better, actually. And that is saying a lot, because as I said, Zootopia was phenomenal. Now, to make a minor nitpick, there are a few moments where the animation does seem to stutter at times, as if they were having trouble really getting the frame rate to move properly to make it look fluid. It doesn't take away from the overall narrative, but I did need to mention it because it is there. Oh, and the music. Oh, the music is absolutely stunning. It is orchestrated beautifully. Most of the music comes from Kubo's shamisen, and it sounds so good. If you're not sure what a shamisen is, it's kind of like a guitar, but not really. If you're not sure if you've ever heard it before, check out a band called the Yoshida Brothers. They play the instruments, and it is phenomenal. Also, if you're a Sentai fan, Shikinjir's villain Dayu played the shamisen. Overall, this movie was very enjoyable with a highly lovable cast of characters, villains that were great. The voice acting was top-notch, and George KnK has a very hilarious one-liner in this movie that's just priceless. Everything is well done. As I said, the music's great. The animation rocks. There's just nothing I can really complain here other than the little nitpicks I already made. With that said, this is by far one of the best movies of the year, and probably the best way we could have ended what has turned out to be kind of a disappointing summer. Thank God this summer movie season is over. Kind of, again. There's still a few movies, but Next weekend is the last weekend of August, so technically the summer movie season's over with. In the end, I give Kubo and the Two Strings a 9 out of 10. One of the best movies of the year. And as I said, probably even better than Zootopia. As far as Leica's work go, this is their best production yet. My rankings for them would go Kubo, Coraline, Paranorman, and then way at the bottom, Box Trolls. I didn't hate Box Trolls, but I never care if I see it again. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Kubo if you've seen it. If you're interested in it, if you haven't seen it, maybe you never heard of it. If you have, check it out. You can do so much worse. Until next time, bye.